What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody? It's your boy, Steve from A Reptile I Am. So I know a lot of people have been pretty excited about this episode. We were definitely graced by the R.W.O to get the opportunity to go ahead and put this out on our channel. We are streaming it out to some of their channels as well. So this is going to be episode 2 of Behind the Walls. But it's the R.W.O show, episode 30. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to bring out the brothers in arms and the R.W.O, introduce them, and we're going to go ahead and get this show on the road. So without further ado, we'll bring on the first man here. And we have Sea of Serpents, Morphs, Stan the Man. What's up, brother? There it is. There it is. There it is. All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep on rolling. The next guy that we're bringing out, you know this man, LMK Ken in the house, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, brother?
Not much, dude.
What's up,
Happy
man?
to be here.
Just so everybody knows, there are other people that are going to kind of be flowing in, and I'll introduce them as they come on the show as well. The next person we got on here, we got the Walking Dead man himself, Blue Zombie Morphs. What's going on, dead man?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, dude? What's up? So,
Nothing, mate.
pretty excited about tonight. I know we didn't get a whole lot of time to discuss it between all of us as for kind of an overall layout. So we're going to try to roll it through, keep everything smooth. But the other reason I didn't want to do a lot of conversing behind the scenes is I wanted everybody to have their own individual opinion on the things that they're seeing. So that we can have an open discussion and everybody gets their opportunity, because the people that are going to come on there's two things. So first of all, there's the amount of time that they've been in the industry. So their point of view may be from the perspective of somebody newer, somebody 3-4 years in, 5, 10, 20, and so on. So we wanted to make sure that we brought people in that were from all different walks of life and from all across the U.S. So, guys, we're going to go ahead and get this rolling. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pop this stuff off. What do you guys say in the R.W.O?
Let's do it, dude.
Let's do it, guys. All right.
We're ready.
We're going to go ahead and pop this off, fellas. Thanks for logging in, everybody. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Oh man, guys, I super suck. For some reason, my R.W.O clip isn't on here. And the R.W.O clip is actually better than mine. Hey, I'm just gonna put it out there, guys. That's what happens when you go live. Live things happen on the fly.
Right.
So let's go ahead and
He ain't got the intro. Wah, wah, wah.
I know, right? And I took the time to do, and I tried to delete another one to see if it would pop up, and it didn't. So all we're doing is making it worse. So I apologize about that, guys. I'm the rookie on the squad. But what we're going to go ahead and do, we'll go ahead and pop it off. And, the title is this the end of the ball python industry as we know it? And that's what I love to see. That's what I love to hear. Does anybody want to take the first time around? Stan, you want to go ahead and take the first step here for us?
I mean, you ain't got to put me on solo, but I mean, I've been messing around, and I've had reptiles since I've been in my 20s. Probably when I was 23, I was hitting shows in Matamoros, PA. And bro, if I would have thought the industry would be where it's at today, I would have been buying in way long ago. Because the prices are way more than what they used to be. But you know how this industry is. It's like the stock market. It's got its ups and downs. And if you want to get out when it's down, I mean, I can't stop you and I can't tell you no. But I could tell you this industry, I don't think is ever going to go anywhere. There's too many people. There's just too much in the industry. And you can't just say reptiles. You got fish, you got dogs, cats, fish, reptiles, amphibians. I mean, you got it all out there, bro. So in my opinion, I personally feel it's going nowhere. It's going to be here to stay for a while. So everybody get used to it.
Right on, dude. Right on. So, everybody, we did have another person slither through the door, and we got Jesus in the house with us. What's up, brother?
The auction guy.
Hey, not much, man.
God.
Thank God it's Thursday. I don't work tomorrow, so
there it is.
Tomorrow.
That's what's
there
up.
It is. There it is.
Hey, Jesus. Just
what up,
so you know, next week we'll be on at 6 o'clock.
Okay, I'll be here for 8.
Getting them all messed up now.
There it is. There it is. So, guys, we have one of our guests that came on to go ahead and speak on it as well. Stan, I love your point of view. I couldn't agree more with what you're saying.
Say, look, you even got my son up in the chat right there, Devin. That's my oldest boy right there. He's even throwing it up in the chat.
What's up, dude. So we're gonna bring this next guy out. I'm not sure if anybody has ever seen him before, but we'll just kind of see if he's got a little bit of a perspective for all of us. Kevin McCurry.
Oh, we're getting a concert tonight too? Awesome. I didn't even have to pay for this.
All right.
Let's go.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Kevin?
What's up, guys?
Kevin?
How's it going?
So,
I'm honored.
The evil morph god up in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, guys. This is a
Yo, Kevin, you kind of like in and out, bus.
really,
Yeah.
really.
No, he's good. He's sitting there. He's picking. That's he's just not talking.
Okay.
So, Kevin, I know that you are like super busy, brother. You came from the gym to jump on real quick. I appreciate much love.
All right. First of all, is my audio coming through today?
Yeah,
it's cutting out a little bit.
Jesus, turn your mic down a little bit. I think it's the back feed and yours that's coming through. So if you crank your mic down a little bit, I think that might fix it.
Yeah, I'm hearing like there's like some background.
The kids, you're hearing the kids wrestle around a little bit on the bed behind him. Yep.
Did that help?
Wow.
Yeah.
On my end, it did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, Steve. Don't worry about like time or whatever, but you guys, ask me your question and I'm going to tell you what my opinion is. And obviously, your audience probably might know who I am or whatever. And if we're going to be talking specifically about ball pythons and my experience with ball pythons and how long I've been doing this, I mean, most people know that I was one of the curators from the beginning of the whole ball python morph madness. But is the question about the reptile hobby in general, or is it just like the ball python phenomenon?
So when I did this, I went ahead and I put the ball python industry, but I'm not even sure industry is exactly the word that I like to use. I would probably rather use the word hobby. So, with someone such as yourself, that's a lot more versed in multiple species of reptiles. I think it would be better as like kind of an overall synopsis from you, directly.
All right. Well, my opinion would be, so if we looked at the ball python, so the whole ball python thing is pretty much, its infancy was in the 90s. Really the late 90s, it really started kind of like taking off, and 2000 was just like ripping. So generally what was happening was we were creating morphs that like came out of the wild. We were proving the genetics, proving, it's a repeatable mutation. And then we started making the first combinations. Like the first double ball python mutation was a bumblebee. And, I did that. And then, super pastel spiders and all that different stuff. So we had never seen it. So whenever I showed these animals off, you know, on the internet or whatever, it really, once we started getting people's interest, people started going like, that looks so different than normal wild type. And people were invested in those morphs because they wanted to make them, and then they wanted to combine this morph with that. So we started creating the whole designer thing, and it went crazy. And there was money associated with a breeder's hard work. So you can take something from the wild, you might really put your neck on the line, spend a lot of money on that, or you invested in something from somebody else at a high price. You then incorporate it into your palette of different genes for pattern and color. And people would want to duplicate what you're doing, but also create their own world first and all that. So that powered a lot of investment and money. And what's now to where we are now, there are so many different genes out there, and we're mixing so many different genetics together that we're having ball pythons 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 genes. And it's overwhelming, like, because it's still, all these things are competing on the same palette. But the problem is there's an overproduction of ball pythons with amazing genes. And as a breeder, we make a lot of these cool animals. And let's say a clutch has one target animal, like that was like my dream snake. Now you have all this byproduct that's all great in its own. But when you start making 100 clutches, 200 clutches, we're making a lot. And we have our target animals, but we have all these other combinations that maybe, you know, we're not going to keep. When we go and sell those, we sell them off. Sometimes we're getting desperate. The prices are dropping because we're producing more ball pythons than there are new breeders and new people that want to get these morph combos with the same appreciation and same value. There's just a lot of stuff out there. The prices have come down a great deal. We're coming down to, you can get, if you have $500 in your pocket, you can get some amazing animals that even 10 years ago you would only dream about. Like that $500 was $25,000. And so I'm just being realistic here. There are many really good breeders out there that have amazing stuff, and they're making some amazing animals, and we're all vying for the same customer base. And as we vie for the same customer base, at some point we got to be able to afford rodents, afford food, afford cages, and our prices come down. So where we are present, it's rather amazing to see some of these amazing combinations and these designers, and they're so inexpensive, which is great for new people coming into it. But Steve, like you said, it was a hobby, and then it became like this industry, and now we're sliding back into the hobby. I love ball pythons because, you know, I mean, a million different reasons. I love them and I want to keep them. And I have all these very unique, you know, genes from I've been collecting for years. But I would lie if anybody was to think, oh, we're just going through a lull and there's going to be like a resurgence or something like that. I sadly don't believe that. I don't. I think we need to keep ball pythons because we love them and we appreciate them, and we're always going to be able to sell the babies. But the days of investing $20,000 and you know that you have this Christmas tree effect. So I sell the snake for 20 grand, and then my people beneath me produce them and they're selling them, let's say, for 12 grand, and we just kind of go down that reverse Christmas tree.
Sure.
And it's come down. It's just changed, and I don't see the giant values anymore. And let's face it, our economy is terrible.
So yeah, that's what I was going to say. So do you think that it's basically come down to like people's overall expectations? And, you know, when you talk about some of these really, really high-end expensive morphs from 10, 15 years ago, which really isn't that long ago for
Right.
some of us being in the industry. You know, the honesty is, I think expectations were through the roof, and it's kind of starting to level. Um, I mean, do you think expectations come into play as well?
Well, well, when we say expectations, like what is like, it's like that making
Well,
one.
so like people get into it and they think that they're going to make $1 million in 6 months, and expectations are too high. And you should have got the animal, even if you're wanting to breed it, but because you thought it was a beautiful animal, but your financial back of it is something a little different.
Yes. Okay. So that's a great difference. So the time where we could like literally invest, I know if I spend $5,000, $10,000 on that ingredient, and then I bring it into my breeding population, and I can turn that $10,000 into 30,000, 40,000. That's what it was like. That largely does not exist nowadays because there is an endless amount of amazing animals that breeders are sitting with. Look on Morph Market, whatever, and the prices are so low. So now we're bringing in people that want to breed snakes, which I always encourage people to breed these animals at your home because it's a great family activity. It's a great way to bond with your kids, your just whatever. It's a good thing that can be done in a spare bedroom, and you're creating life. That's what drives me. I want to create life. There's something magical because let's face it, humanity, that our existence is taking the life of other animals, taking the life of the environment. All we do is use and destroy. So occasionally we get to do something valuable, like make an animal life.
Yes.
And
Right.
is kind of now the appreciation. We're back to living art, but without like the high price tags. Like I literally this year decided I'm going to breed some ball pythons. Last year I barely bred any. And I'm like, I have all these amazing snakes and I've been reducing my population. I'm like selling off these breeders. And I'm like, how can I have a 10, 12, 15-year-old animal that lays 12 eggs and it's priced at $125? And it breaks my heart. But looking at my ball pythons, I'm like, look at all these crazy snakes. And I just love them so much. I feel compelled. I have to at least create some, even though I'm not looking at like in the financial aspect.
So,
Right.
I think Ken had a question.
Well, it wasn't really a question. It was more of a comment on what he was saying and about it not going to ever get to that big stage again like it was like in COVID. And I think the major problem is that is when you invest into one of these higher end genes, there's more people investing in that higher end gene too, making it more availability to it. So when you go to sell that hatchling that was selling for 20,000, you got hundreds of them out there. So we're kind of causing, this car wreck at the end, this jam up to where prices should be to these higher end animals.
That's the reverse Christmas tree effect. The big breeder has the name. He then sells them down to his, I guess we'll call them admirers or people that respect that breeder and what they do. And then when they produce their own, maybe they're not as well recognized. So they have to kind of hedge that price. So they sell a little bit less. But then, it could be like a cash sale and all that stuff. So let's look at one morph. Let's look at the Sunset.
All right.
Okay.
Where's Justin?
So
I was just about to say that with Justin.
okay, so the Sunset. So the Sunset was going for a lot of money. All right. And I don't want to be a jerk here, but I never saw the great potential in the Sunset that people were like blindly like the Sunset, it's it. And we're gonna spend the 20,000, the 10,000,
25,000 for a double recessive.
I don't understand because I think even now I look at the sunset and I look at sunset combos, and I'm like, I was right. I do not feel that justified, but there was a hype, and there was people that were, I don't know, they were smart, they're promoting it, but it was like people were buying into it without like maybe my eyes or maybe my understanding. And I just never saw that potential to justify it. And imagine all those people that have invested in that, and now they're just like,
right.
I got all the sunset stuff, but I don't see that ever, stepping up to the expectations of it. And that hurts.
I think investing in any new gene is risky. I mean, I've said this before, just like Zebra. What if that actually 100% turns out to be Mackenzie? Then you just bought a $10,000, $100 animal. I mean, it's risky business until you know that there's a tried and true path for you to make desirable animals.
It's interesting. If I love all sorts of other animals. If I really doubled myself down and somebody told me, okay, I'm imagining a snake that looks like this, I can take probably the genes that I have here and I can do wicked things with it without.
That would just be awesome.
But it's just like I'm lost. I'm just like, my heart broke when the ball python thing fell on its face. I lost I'm not a production guy, even though, I make a lot. I'm not like, okay, I'm just going to crush this and crush that. I go into my rooms and I'm like, I want to do this, and I'm thinking about that, and I'm dreaming about whatever that's going to look like. That's what drives me. That's what I think is the reason why we do it. But there are people that will go in there and they're monsters. They're so good. They're like, just make a ton of this. I'm just going to make all these hats and all this different stuff. That is not what compels me. I want to make that crazy looking thing that just stuns me when I look at it. It gets our brains going. I'm sure you guys all understand that.
Yeah.
But
100.
To justify a $10,000 gene, I don't even right now. I would say I look at, let's say, like the monsoon. I really like, the breaking up of it, and I like that. That got me, but I don't know what a monsoon costs. But I think it's going to be hard. Let's say is a monsoon 10 grand right now? What is it?
About 10 to 15,
yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
15.
so publicly maybe it's
Maybe
15.
a little more.
Maybe, yeah. So if it's public, it's 15. So you're going to find somebody who's going to have like a $10,000 male. I could probably do a lot of damage with that, but would I still invest $10,000? Do I have to sit here and tell myself this is like 3-4 years of really doubling down and doing that, and it's hard. Reality, I think the hobbyist breeders, you guys are in the driver's seat. When you start going to the scale that I'm going at, it's hard. The overhead, look at the price of Freedom Breeder rack. Look at the price of this. Look at the price of bedding. And it's just too expensive. So I would actually go, you know what? I think if I had $10,000 to invest, I might go invest that in a totally different species.
And rats. Invest it in rats. You'll make money hand over foot right now.
Yeah, definitely.
I personally could never do that because the breeding rodents, and the more ball pythons I have, the more rodents I have to feed off. And I, probably unlike you guys, that's the thing I can't stand. I cannot stand taking the lives of so many rodents just for all my ball pythons. So I go, well, I'm always going to keep ball pythons, but maybe if I just had less, because it's a lot of work to make a lot of medium rats. And I don't know how you guys feel about rodents, and you guys are like, what the hell? But I love rats. So, it kind of hurts me.
All right.
Well, it's kind of hard.
I get that in a way.
I mean, you respect him.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
There he
Late
is.
to the show.
That's his on time.
So
That's his on time.
We've got Alexandra and Justin over there at Pressure Pythons coming in. Thanks for stopping in, Justin.
Yeah,
R.W.O family right there. So I tell you what, Ken, you kind of started saying your side. You want to go ahead and tell everybody a little bit from what you feel from your perspective and angle?
Going off from what was said, I mean, there's obviously a drop in this market,
Papa.
and but as far as it being dead, there's no way it's dead. People's getting income tax money, sales is going up, and that's how you could kind of base things. I feel people selling a little bit more because people's got money. What's going to happen when the economy comes back? I feel the market's going to come back a little bit. And it basically boils down to depending on the economy. If people got money, they're going to buy snakes.
Yeah.
I think we're here to stay.
And you know, that's kind of why I liked Kevin's perspective on it, because he's running such a larger facility versus us not having quite as large of overhead because of how we're operating. And that could, I mean, that is an enormous difference. In my opinion, you know, because we don't have to pay double up on electricity, water, time, energy, gas. Well, time and energy is going to happen no matter what. That's called passion, labor of love. But go ahead, Ken, if you've got some more, brother.
That's basically all where I stand with it. I mean, it's an economy thing. When the economy comes back, I feel it's going to come back a little bit better. I don't think we're going to ever see the COVID prices again. I mean, I think that's a thing of the past. But as far as selling animals, if you're not just, you know, if you're doing it right and not just breeding a bunch of animals, I think you can maintain this and, you know, maybe pay for your rodents and maybe a little bit of your time if you're doing it right. I mean, I don't know. You're not going to get rich off of it.
Sure. Hey, Zeus.
What up?
What's up with your take, my brother?
Well, obviously being fresh into the hobby, started last year. Honestly, I don't think reptiles or ball pythons in general are gonna go away, because I had snakes when I was like 21. That was like back in 2011. I you know, like earlier you said, you know, there's ups and downs, and I think everybody's on a downturn, and it's just gonna go back up. And then what Ken said, you know, people don't have a lot of money to spend on snakes right now at this given point in time, seeing as how the economy is, and then everything else is going up in prices, and people got to put some priorities to something else instead of, hey, I want this $500 snake and I can't have it because I got this to happen, or accidents happen and stuff breaks down, or hey, furnace went out. Well, there goes like $5 to $10 grand for a furnace, you know.
Heard that.
That's why I mentioned it.
Heard that.
And you know, sometimes, you know, situations happen, and how many people got out of the hobby, you know?
Yeah.
Because things happen, or they thought they were going to come into the hobby, get rich, and then get out. And they didn't realize that, you know what, it takes a couple years for the females to grow up.
You nailed it.
And then then, you might get lucky and they might drop eggs. They might reabsorb. Like right now, like I'm literally praying for that one snake to drop eggs. I'm like, but it might not drop. And what can you do? And but if you really love this hobby, if you're still pretty small, but not like the big guys like Justin and everybody else, but like if you have like under 100 snakes in your collection and you just love the hobby, it shouldn't be a daunting thing to take care of snakes and rodents. And like Ken mentioned, you know, I sell rodents to a couple people, and that pretty much pays for my upkeep in my rodent room. Like if I have 3 weeks out of the month that people come and pick up rodents, and I get $300-400, half of that goes to buying more food, buying some more bedding, and keeping up with the production that I have to keep up with for the people that need rodents. Having a ball, seriously. Hey, I did buy a lot of snakes. It was my first year. I got into the hobby heavy, so
Yeah. That's why we call him the auction god.
hey, I haven't been to any auctions. I've stayed away from morph market auctions. I'm keeping my eye on some of them, but I've stayed away from them.
I pay attention to some myself. I can't gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna lie, dude. There's some ones that I actually have the tabs open still, because I'm watching for the countdown for 5 minutes left, and I'm like, whoop whoop, bid. But
So
I don't think it's ever gonna die. Will it slow down? Yeah.
right.
It's like anything. Like most of y'all know, I sell firearms.
Pew 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 pew.
And I've been doing that far longer than I have been keeping snakes. I've been in, this is year 4 of selling guns, and man, first year was so slow. I had 30 sales. Second year was 40. Fifth year was 45, 50. And then this year already, in just 2 months, I already hit 30. And people haven't even gotten their tax return yet. So I know come March,
Right.
April, May, June, for the late people that file, these next 4 months are going to be my heaviest. And I know that traffic's coming, and then I'm putting all of that into my snake hobby.
Nice.
So
Good stuff, dude. Good stuff.
Liquidated.
Dead man. Dead man.
I'm gonna mute myself.
What's up, zombie?
Mother Mike, how's it going?
So not to put you on the spot, man, and blow you up on the screen, but get your water up in you so you're nice and hydrated, and put it on us, man. What's your perspective, and how long have you been around and things like that, boss?
Well, so I've been into the reptiles since I was 8 years old. Breeding, I've been into it. This is going on my 2nd year now, but I don't see the industry going anywhere. Like everybody said, right now it's a slow time. Of course, the economy is just crap. But I mean, there's always somebody that's coming into the industry again, that's new. So it's not going to go anywhere as far as, we'll always be selling snakes. Like Kevin said, you're not going to get that high dollar anymore. But yeah, you'll definitely, and that's the thing, just keeping people what I like to do is I'm going out there right now and just trying to get more people into the industry. Every time I go out shopping or whatever store I go to, I'm always talking to people oh yeah, I breed snakes, I got snakes, this and that. And it's weird because there's so many people that don't like snakes and are afraid of them. But I've gotten a lot of people that I've talked to, and I'm actually getting them to where they're more interested into snakes now and actually wanting to get some or, hold them and different things. So it's definitely pretty cool. That's just one of the things that I'm trying to do to push, getting more people into it, but also respecting them and, knowing about the snakes and everything like that. I'm even thinking about eventually going and maybe doing maybe for schools and different stuff, taking some of the animals out there and showing them off, to build that up more and get people, to learn about animals and the snakes and reptiles and different stuff. So
yeah, I think anything somebody can do in their community outside of just going to a reptile show is just positive.
mm-hmm.
From what I've seen in my 7 years, so I haven't even been here that long, guys. It seems like it's almost a natural progression that people go through that and want to go out in the community and do that stuff. And we're getting ready to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's more passion driven than anything,
Right.
And it's like you said, people have these fear of these animals. And a lot of times it's not that it's an unprecedented fear, because it is real inside of them, but it's not something that a particular reptile may have done to them. They may have heard something, or somebody in the family messed with them with little snakes they caught outside when they were younger.
Right.
There's a lot of just misinformation.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
most of it's called too many movies and too much TV.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because Steve, you said something like a couple weeks ago. I forget what.
That's where they become afraid of it.
It was on, but you were talking about somebody saying the only good snake is we know the rest. So a guy told me that one time that I worked with, and because he knew I was a breeder and everything and into snakes. So I was talking to him about it, and he said the same thing. And I was like, it kind of gets to you, it pisses you off a little bit. Like, okay, we're gonna have to work on this. But yeah, people definitely are misinformed. Gosh, it's funny because you hear a lot of like new people that don't know about snakes, and they're like, the stories that they have, like, oh, the snake's trying to size you up. Well, no, that's not exactly what that's doing. That's just somebody that gave them that, and they're kind of running with that, spreading that out, and that's not really what's going on. But yeah, you definitely it is good to get education out there and everything. Like, I'm working with a local pet store, actually, because like we don't have very many pet stores here. We had one pet store, actually we had one that closed down, and then another one opened up. She just closed down like a year ago, and then so all we have is Petco and PetSmart, and the only thing they have as far as rats, is like, or mice, is frozen. They don't have life. So right now I'm working with a pet store. They do, like, they have chickens, ducks, anything with livestock for the most part, and then like dog food and everything. So I'm actually working with that pet store right now to get some snakes in there, and do some rat breeding so that I could also supply them with the rats, so that now people have a place to be able to get stuff to feed them. But it's a good thing to be able to get that out there a little more that way too. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So Justin, brother man, come on.
Come on down there. Come on.
Come on, man.
Come on.
What are you doing down there, bro? We were sweating
Down in the
bullets. We
basement.
were like, we can't do this show without Justin on there, man.
Right.
So
what's up, everybody?
What's up, brother? So
Justin?
there it is. Take the mic, bro, and do you R.W.O. style, bro.
Justin, pressure pythons. I've been doing it kind of like Jesus. Hopped in the game kind of quick, so it's been a year for me as well. But honestly, with my opinion on the topic that we're talking about, I think honestly, like, it's not going to go anywhere. You got to look at it stock markets or anything like the mac and cheese you buy at the damn grocery store, or paper towels you buy, or toilet paper. Everything's going to go up. Everything's going to go down. Gas is going to go up. It's going to go down. You're going to have your good years. You're going to have your bad years. It's just how everything rolls, and that's how the cookie crumbles. It's how I feel about it. And also at the end of the day, like, you're going to have people that are going to go in these shows that like Vance, kind of like you said, bro, like you once had ball pythons and snakes as a kid, and then you got older and you're like, well, let me get more, So I feel like you're going to have a lot of those adults as well. Like, I have a lot of friends now that, like, I talk to, like, bro, I had those as kids. And when they come over to my house all the time to see my snakes, they're like, man, I want to get one. And I'll show them Morph Market, etc., and tell them, look, maybe it shows better than going on Morph Market. But
Nice.
That's my opinion on it. That's really, like, I don't think it's ever going to go anywhere. And there's other reptiles. You don't also have to just breed ball pythons. You can get into crested geckos, gargoyles. There's so many other things out there. Reptiles aren't going nowhere. They're on this earth. They're going to be here forever. So they're not going nowhere,
Yep. And I feel like people really close themselves off, not to kind of backtrack to what the dead man was saying, but when you just stereotype the reptiles and throw them out the window, dude, I'm not saying that everybody has to look at the rattlesnake and be like, that thing's beautiful, but there's some geckos and stuff out there that you can't help but smile at, in my opinion. And they just make me happy, dude. They make me a better person. They really do. I spend more time dealing with the animals than anything else at this point. And, that's kind of my side of the stuff. So I guess I'll go ahead and kind of slither up. And I'm going to say from my side and my short time being around that there's no way that the ball pythons are going anywhere. I understand that there is quite a few of them out on the market. So I'm not naive to that fact. But I would just suggest for breeding smarter and breeding what you want. Kind of piggyback off of what Kevin was saying a little bit. What makes him excited is making these things that people aren't seeing. And he's been starting to drop a lot more of that stuff on his social media recently. So I was like, man, I really like that. He's got some really, really cool looking animals that not everybody gets to see. So the other thing that we didn't really touch on, and we talk about it a lot between the area army and RWO and stuff like that, is the community. The overall community and stuff keeps things really tight. I know that it probably alters and it's a different show when you start reaching a different level with breeding facilities and operations such as what Kevin has. But for a lot of us guys that have been in this for like 10 years, we're still kind of learning these ropes. And for everybody that's watching, this is all opinion based.
100%.
All we can do is kind of put the information out there. But for me personally, it's not going anywhere because I have so much fun going to the shows, and it's not vending the shows. It's going around and seeing the other people that, other like-minded people. Okay. I'm not crazy because I have over 100 snakes when I'm talking to anybody that's in here watching this. My other normal, well, I don't even want to say normal friends, but I got my reptile friends, and my normal friends, and my normal friends are like, dude, are you okay?
Well, maybe you say you ain't crazy.
You a tad bit on the crazy side. A tad bit.
So, I feel like the overall reality of the situation of a lot of the stuff that was discussed tonight, like I said, it's everybody's own opinion. But it sounds like from the new breeder side, and maybe it's good for Kevin to hear some of this. He may not hear it. There's a lot of people still really excited about what's going on. And there's a lot of room for stuff to still be made. Like Kevin said, we started chasing the morph and adding recessives. Sometimes you got to backtrack to fatten something that we accelerated past.
100%.
So don't just follow the trends. Set your own trends, guys. Breed what you would walk up to a table and be like, I have to have it. And if that's how you're breeding, you're always going to be happy when the snakes come out. And feed your passion, breed your passion.
There's so much untapped still. There's so much untapped still. That's how I
Oh yeah. You know how many genes are probably not being used at all? That would probably make some crazy combos.
There's all kinds.
Yeah, definitely.
There's stuff that I've been looking at, and I'm like, why isn't this being used? Like, I don't. Like, people are seriously sleeping on a lot of things, man. And to be honest with you, there's 3-4 genes out there that you can
back
still
to
hit
something
combos.
like Steve said.
Do what?
What's up, Stan?
Go ahead, Stan. I think he's having issues with
Steve. Back to what you were saying, like when you said breed what you like, definitely breed what you like, because you might be stuck with that animal.
You might be holding
if
it.
You like it.
Yep.
You'll love it if it's yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You better put a ring on it, right, Stan? If you like it, you better put a ring on it.
I think it's
like what Van said earlier.
Hey, I mean, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just say breed what you like, but you got to breed what you like, because you never know. You might have it. I mean, you ask Kevin how many animals he's got over there that, you know what I mean, ain't went anywhere and don't plan on going anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. I mean, keep that in mind. You might have that animal around for a while.
Definitely.
I'm all right with that.
Can I speak a little bit on this?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sure.
So a couple things, guys. You know, I've been doing this longer than all
What
of
up,
you guys.
Billy?
What's up, Billy?
What's going on, everybody?
What up, Billy?
How you guys doing?
Good.
So
We good.
Glad to
Kevin
see you
was just
from the
about to say
hospital
something.
room, my brother.
Yeah. What you saying, Kevin?
you're here longer than all of us.
So
Yeah.
what I would suggest is, okay, so, you know, we're talking about ball pythons. Obviously, ball pythons are never going to go away, and nor will the reptile industry go away. It's going to go through changes. We're going to have more legislative problems. We're now having platforms like Shopify starting to kick people off because they don't believe that, you know, like a ball python should be kept or bred. And this is a very concerning thing because PETA has infiltrated, you know, like Facebook and all these different things. And then it's gone into PayPal. So we have all these problems. But with ball pythons, the economy sucks right now. Let's face it. We have politicians that are just like monstrous, and they're lying and they're horrible and they're conniving, and we're all just sitting here watching the news going, I can't believe how horrible it is. We go
Thanks.
and we're losing our minds at the grocery store. Like, how can this box of garbage cost this amount of money? And it, you know, we're all struggling. So naturally, when people don't have that kind of extra income to, like, you know, throw away, they're not going to go buy snakes. So
Facts.
yeah, so ball pythons, it's just, I just don't see like the big investments. I can tell you, if you guys watch, I've been putting out a couple ball python videos, and I'm just doing my bubblegum videos. I'm just like, here it is, shitty lighting. I'm just going to film this thing. And my hope is that people go, what the hell are all these weird looking ball pythons that I don't see? Like, I'm not seeing these on Morph Market. I have all my weird genes that are just sitting here. My place is infiltrated with bald, odium, super fader, Lucifer, you know, all this different stuff. And there's people that have discounted some of these genes. Like, I'm going to invest $15,000 in a sunset, and I have genes that are like right here that do ridiculous stuff. And like, people, like, if you really work some of those weird dinker genes, you can really unlock a lot of things. Because I do still believe, even now, I can show you a bunch of ball pythons. You're going to be like, I haven't seen snakes that look like that. And you're still not. And I have tons of these animals, like all the combos for sale. And I'm dropping my prices, like all the bald stuff, all my stuff has like bald and fader, and now I reduced all my odium stuff, so you can get some amazing snakes. You plug odium in the right genes, and oh my god, what it does, I can't even explain how cool it is. But so you got ball pythons, and you guys are breeding ball pythons, but just like Steve's keeping, you know, beauty snakes, and he's keeping these other things. Invest in a little bit of variety of other species, because what's come around now is there's a resurgence for the animals that used to be a staple and are now almost gone, like a Bismarck ring python, like a Papuan python, just some of the different odd colubrids, all the weird Asian rats. I think if you have ball pythons, don't just stay ingrained only in ball pythons. Diversify. And there are opportunities. Smart. I don't think the vehicle is necessarily a ball python. Like, I invested in an albino red tail rat snake. I have albino mangrove snakes. There is a red market for that stuff because it's new and people don't have it. I've bought some weird looking sunbeam snakes. I breed tokay geckos. There's all sorts of other cool animals, but make sure you diversify your palette. Like, we're comparing this to stocks. Diversify your portfolio, and doing educational parties, school events. As Steve is a big advocate for like winning people over and teaching people at reptiles, I invest a lot of my energy with education, bringing in new people, trying to unite us as a hobby, back US ARC, be vocal, get people interested. I think we could each do better and, you know, like concern ourselves for the overall welfare of the hobby, not just be, you know, I breed and I make money. And, you know, if you do that, our hobby is going to suffer. We need to take care of each other. We need to look for each other's interests, because collectively we're all in the same thing. And if we get whacked with some horrendous legislation, we're gonna go, and all of a sudden our animals are going to be liabilities, because we need to feed these animals. We need to get that money to actually afford to actually take care of them. And we have a government, if it's not state, it's federal, that are constantly plotting against us. And we have the National Humane Society, we have Center for Biological Diversity, we have PETA, we have all these different things that are literally narrating public fairy tales about how horrid we are, how destructive we are, how cruel we are. We're keeping animals in cages, racks. So we have to think about sometimes the bigger picture if we're going to survive just as a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Agreed.
1,000%.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
So, Billy, sorry,
Yeah,
you kind of popped
Billy
in.
Rowe!
How you doing? How you doing, everybody?
So, everybody, I'm sure you recognize this guy, Billy from Mutations Creations. And I wanted to kind of get a little bit of
Billy.
your...
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, it hurts. I just had surgery, 10 hours ago?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm on some meds, but
Bless
it hurts.
Wow,
hernia
dude.
surgery.
Wow, Billy, thanks for being here, bro.
Much
Yeah.
appreciation.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
definitely.
like I can lift or anything
Beast
or
mode,
walk
baby.
around, but you know, I can definitely like always give my support and opinions and you know, stuff like that. And you guys are all awesome. Like, you know, instead of me just laying in a bed, I get the, you know,
Awesome.
myself
Awesome.
out here
Hell
and
yeah.
talk. So,
That's what's up.
So, Billy, tell us a little bit about your perspective. I mean, you're not even in the United States. What do you see now? Kevin asked me. He said, "Because is this the end of the ball python industry as we know it?" I feel like you guys are a little bit. I don't like to gauge anybody, but I feel like you guys definitely have earned your stripes. Is how I'm going to say it. And some of us are still out here trying to get in line.
Yeah.
So the question to you might be a little bit more broad as for the reptile industry as a whole. How do you feel? What's your perspective, brother, man?
Well, you know, unless you guys have no access to internet or a phone, you know, you're seeing how they're coming after, trying to take our rights away, trying to take certain species away and certain parts, and you know, they're ruthless. You know, most of the stuff they have is made up, or you know, it's taken out of context, and you know, it's stuff like, you know, what I've said multiple times, even feeding videos, live feeding videos. It's not a good thing for the industry. So, you know, everybody's got to do their own little part to sort of, you know, don't give them more ammunition that they're going to sort of twist over in
Absolutely.
their favor anyways.
Yep.
But like live feeding, if you want to see a live feeding, go buy an animal and feed your live animal. Feed a live animal. Okay. And this is just my opinion, right? Like, I mean, you know, I don't care what you do with your animals, or, you know, well, I do. I mean, as long as they're being taken care of, but I don't care if you do certain things, keep them in bioactive, keep them in a tank, keep them in a rack. They're your animals. You do what you think is best for your animals and the care for them. That's what I do. And I get a lot of slack on a lot of things, but guess what? I've been doing this for a couple of decades more, and I've done quite a bit of everything. And this is what I choose to do. And if anybody knocks me, cool. I'm not, you know, you crying or whining or pointing a finger at me ain't going to change what I do. So and you've known that I've been taking, you know, hits for cutting with big scissors since, you know, 2009, still doing it. You know, no one's going to hate me or not. I don't care. You're not making me change the way I feel and the way I do things. Now, as far as the market goes, yeah, I mean, you know, we had that COVID money. everything, even prices went up. Now it's leveling off. We have a little bit of recession. It's a tough thing, but I'm still doing okay, because I'm selling to more, and I'm more of the elite breeder people that are trying to invest in better projects. I myself, so people say, oh, the market's dead. I mean, I just bought an animal the other day for a ball python, 25,000. Okay. And I bought, I spent 50 grand on one. So 25,000 for one. And I bought 6, 7, 8, 9 others for another 26,000. So if the market's dead, I just threw 51,000 into it,
and I'm guessing, Billy, not to interrupt you, you didn't put any thought in that $50,000 investment, right? You were just like, well, whatever, right?
Every time you buy, I buy, and you should buy too. If you're buying an animal, okay, you have to know why you're buying it. What's the purpose behind it? What's the goal behind it? Why I do very well, but I'm not doing that well. I can just fucking spend 25 grand on,
right.
Oh, it's cool. I want it. There's a purpose for everything I spend, everything I do, every business I own. There's a purpose behind it. So I don't just randomly spend money, just because I have it. I buy it because there's a purpose. So I buy genes. I buy, that I need, or that there's an animal that goes into a project that I need a boost in, or I miss the odds. Shit, I hit females. I need a male. Or am I going to wait next year and roll the dice again to hopefully hit my male, or buy this one? And now he's probably breeding size next year, even if I do hit one. So everything I do is strategic, especially when it comes to money and financing. And I try to teach this on my Patreon and to everybody else. You see all these people that had that extra money and spent it stupidly. Oh, let me buy this. Let me buy that. Now that the market's down, what do you see for sale? All these people's collections. And if you look at what they're selling, I'm like, why the fuck do you have half this shit? Wow. If you took all that money and invested in 2 or 3 great projects instead of 40 animals all over the place, you'd still have some meat in the game. And this is what I believe and what I see, because I've been seeing people 7, 8 years ago not take my advice or other people's advice. And they're like, oh, I'm just going to make cool stuff and sell it and make money. Well, you can't do that anymore. I mean, nobody wants, there's 35,000 ball pythons on Morph Market under $500. I don't want to produce an animal under 2,000. So, the market isn't flooded. A certain part of it is. The lower end stuff is flooded, but we still need that in order to go into stores and expos, so new people can come. Just like what Kevin said. I just saw he had an open facility day where there's people are coming in and going, oh shit, Kevin, wow, you know what? What's the cheapest ball python you have? Oh, 10 grand. Well, that customer ain't getting a fucking ball python, So there's people out there that buy it at pet grade, or there's other people that just want to start feeling, the market or trying to get their hand in at breeding. Most of the people that are spending money on ball pythons are stuff that, is they're buying the right animal at the right time for something in the future, because we're not always going to be like this. At least I'm hoping. I mean, this is my 3rd or 4th recession in this industry. And, and especially coming out after a pandemic, and it's still good. My doors are open. Things are doing well. My sales are still okay. But one thing that Kevin mentioned, which is smart, I've started to diversify over a year or 2 ago. I got into the geckos. I've got geckos. I've got green-keeled bellied lizards. I got tree monitors now. I've got the Fiji iguanas, which she's gravid. So we made a nest block and she's already digging. So, I've got some hognose. I've got a few different types of colubrids, and I'm jealous as fuck, Kevin, with your albino, cat snake or mangrove.
Yeah.
Fucking so sick.
Did you see the albino red-tailed rat?
No, I don't have as much time to be on this social media as I should. And I should, because my social media manager moved to Australia. So now it's like, take up some of the slack. So now it's, I just got so much shit on the go. And now what I really like spending my time with is learning all these new species. Hognose are so fucking funny and cute and also derpy at the same time. It's like, really, dude? I'm trying to fucking dude, relax. I'm just trying to change your water.
Chill out, dude.
Dramatic.
So
Dramatic for sure.
Yeah. So I got like a 1.3 breeder, Mexican black king snakes, different feel, different. I mean, they're totally different. I've got my boas. I really want to, not go like I did with the ball pythons, but I want to work with species that I enjoy, create new life, and not only the high end stuff. I'm doing stuff that, I love mangroves. I've actually looked to see like, oh my God, but to me, it's a total different type of snake. So let me work with hoggies and let me work with some colubrids first. Let me get my hands with those ones, and then let's go to some of the big boy snakes, But
now, do you find, Billy, that when you switch that stuff up, it also kind of keeps your endorphins pumping and keeps you excited in stuff as well, even at this point?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with ball pythons, I can never get bored or because the bar's always set higher and higher every year. If not in my own collection from other people. I mean, I've envisioned stuff 7 years ago, and now I have it. I've made it, and so I can sit there and I hear this people and so many people talk negative about everything. It's to me, it's a mindset as well, and that's such a long project. That's going to take you years. Yeah, but if everyone has your fucking shitty attitude, they're not going to be around, And I get so much enjoyment out of making something like, holy fuck! I remember, in 2013, I put the babies together to make double hets, and then I made this, and now I have triple visuals I'm making. You also get some, you get street cred as well, kind of. You get self-satisfaction knowing that, hey, I put in 6-7 years, and fuck, was it worth it? Hell yeah. Everybody is sitting there. They want what's new, what's next. What can I do this year? What can I make next year? There's nothing really wrong with that. But if you ain't making stuff for now, next year, the year after, and your future, you're treading water. And by the time you figure it out, your time to actually start moving in the right direction is the minute you fucking figure it out. And that's why on my Patreon, I put that thing, breeder 1, 2, 3. You got to understand where you are, where you want to go, and at least make a plan on how to do it. Because I seen people, 5-6 years, and it's like, that's all you got, and they never thought about their future. They just thought about making stuff. And it's sad almost, because when you put 6 or 7 years and you realize that you failed or you did it wrong, sometimes people are like, you know what, fuck this. The market's dead. There's so many people doing it. I just wasted 7 years. You know what? It killed my passion, busted my ass for nothing. And I see that so regular. And then people will always say, oh, but next year will be better because I got 10 more females that'll breed. But they're, no offense, they're not the right animals either. They're low end. Just because you have more low end, fuck you, Kevin.
Whoa.
Hey,
Yeah.
Billy, I'm really sorry that out of left field he got the screen, but I saw what was walking up. I was absolutely listening.
Hey, Kevin, what would you if I wanted to buy that? What would you sell that for?
That's gorgeous, Kevin.
I would never sell it.
I know you would never sell it, but if you could, is that the only one in the world?
Yeah.
Okay. What would that value be if someone was to sell? Like,
I mean, he's Jesus. I don't even know. At least 25 grand.
Okay.
I would say 30K. I was gonna say 30.
Can you say what that is there?
So this is a Boega. So this is an albino mangrove snake, and this is a melanota.
It's one of the subspecies.
Smoke show.
Yeah. So this is the big mangrove. These are the ones. This is definitely the good one to have.
Yeah, it is.
Crazy.
That's wicked. Yeah.
Babies
Look at
will
that thing.
do better.
That thing's crazy.
The Divergence is one I really like. I see that you have that. That was one I want to probably pick up next. Like when I start getting my big boy snake shoes on.
I'll go pull out. Hold on. I'm gonna bring Billy. I'm gonna bring out something else for you in a minute.
Yeah, but I mean, it's amazing. Like is it? You've been doing this what 35 years now?
Something, whatever. Yeah, I incorporated. I created Nerd in '94.
So yeah, so a long time.
30, yeah, pretty much 30 years.
Now you having that animal in your hands right now, knowing you're the only one in the world with it. No matter what the value is, isn't it incredible that you can go in you could have the worst day ever and just walk by that enclosure and take it out and everything's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, and as long as you don't walk by the enclosure,
That's
you have the worst day of your.
But the thing is people don't realize there's some stuff that you'll sell it. And I'm like, nah, some stuff I just really won't because I know how long it's taken me to put the time and effort in, and just having that feeling like I've got money, so having more money isn't really going to excite me, but having an animal that everybody wants that no one has except me, fuck, I'm telling you guys, it's way better. If you're in this business chasing money, and Kevin, you can agree with this. Well, you should agree. If you're in this business to chase fucking money and that's all you're doing, you're in the wrong fucking business. You're not. I get more out. I make really good money, but I get so much more than money out of what I do. People messaging me saying, Billy, you saved my snake. Billy, because of you, I got into snakes. Billy, your passion's great. Thanks for the shout out. You made my day. Thanks for the help. I'm doing better now. Thanks to you, having animals that I make that's taken me so long that I can enjoy and handle and say, wow, when people come over to the facility, they just see like, wow, this is a dream. I had it too. You can have it. There's so much more than just the fucking financial. But if you can have the financial on top of all that, it's just a big bonus. It's like having cake with icing. But you know what? If you're just chasing the icing, you need fucking cake, people.
My motto is I'm my own biggest customer.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get you something else. I'll be back in a minute.
Oh, wow.
See, that's the thing. Like, I'm a big Willie breeder here in Canada, and people know me all over the world. But that man, he has more stuff and more things that you will never like. It's incredible, like and the way he does and interacts with it's a phenomenal, man. What's up, man? How you doing, brother?
What up, Billy?
Hey, what's up?
I was just Googling what a mangrove boega snake is, and they look freaking awesome.
Oh, they're beautiful. I like that. There's so many.
I think that might be my next purchase. Hello.
There's so many different subspecies, but they're all incredible. But the
I like the blue mangrove.
The divergent ones is insane. It's just the way the blues and silvers and the yellows come up. But some of these things get like 9-10 feet.
I'm gonna need a big enclosure.
Yeah. What's up, Ken? When they bite you, man.
Aren't they mildly venomous?
They're rear fang venomous.
Rear fang.
Yeah. So if they bite you,
what's good, Billy?
It's okay. Not much, Stan. How you doing, brother? But if they're on there and you're letting them basically dig their rear fangs in to put in some venom,
Show them, my man.
You're an idiot, unless you want to see how it affects you. But that's not me.
No, I'm good. I'm good.
I may have fucking millions of dollars and thousands of snakes, but I ain't trying to see
I'll
how.
Take a hard pass on that.
100%, dude.
I'm not trying to see the good Lord anytime soon, so I'm good.
I'm just fucking with hognose now, right? I've had hognose for a few years, and I'm not even letting it bite me. I wonder how much venom I can get in and how it's going to affect me. I ain't doing that.
I'm good.
I'm just feeding it, cleaning
They're
it.
angry little guys for sure.
I've had a scorpion sting. I'm good. I am totally good.
Yeah, I've Lord of Lion. He ended up coming with me. Do you remember I did that facility trip to Montreal? Probably 6 years ago on YouTube, maybe 5. He went and he MBK in Montreal, and he ended up leaving with a couple of scorpions. And sure enough, he's like, "Oh my God, look! He brought it in and it had all the babies on its back." I'm like, "What the?" He goes, "Yeah, this is from when I got it from that trip of yours." I'm like, "Wow." Not for me though. Not scorpions aren't for me. Not my thing. But they're cool. Just not mine. But I don't want to get.
I'm not a bug fan.
Yeah, I don't
We got Justin over here being tormented by spiders.
Yeah, I
Oh
get
my God. That's leucistic or albino?
This is albino.
No, it can't be leucistic. It's yellow.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to tune in.
Wow.
Wow. What type of rat snake is that?
Goniosoma excephalus. So it's an albino red-tailed rat snake.
Fuck, dude, it's beautiful.
God, I want a red tail so bad.
I like that head.
Look
on
at
it.
its
That
head.
head is amazing.
Yeah.
It looks really sleek. Like
Did you
Yeah.
produce that, or did
Dream
you
Love.
acquired it?
Jeez.
Tail, wild caught.
Oh,
Oh,
But-
wow.
You know, a lot of effort to get this snake. That was like having my contacts, having people I trust. It took me years to get this snake. I've been after an albino red-tailed rat forever, and this
have they ever been produced in captivity or only wild?
no, never. So maybe I'll be the guy.
Oh, if anyone, it's you, man. You're the fucking king.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That
So
is nuts.
Wow.
That's
Okay.
neat. I like that.
do you know what a Gemma cincta mangrove snake is?
Gemma cincta.
Mm.
I want to.
You
Yeah.
want-
Yeah,
Not the
right.
slightest
I
clue,
want
my guy. Show it off. Show it off.
Don't talk about it. Be about it.
Let me go
I
get
heard that.
Billy. I'm gonna go get you a cool mangrove snake.
Ugh.
He says he's gonna get him a cool mangrove snake. Didn't he just show off like an amazing
Yeah.
mangrove snake?
Yeah, guys.
Just
I'm
look
not,
going on.
just so
That's the thing with
everybody
Kevin, right?
knows, I will not be pulling any animals out this evening, dude.
Heck
Yeah,
no.
he's got some amazing monitors.
They're just
too.
gonna be one up by everything that Kev has.
Yeah, Kevin is like the best of everybody rolled into one. Like, you know, it's crazy the stuff he has, and you know the genetics he's working with. It's unbelievable.
all day, every day.
All day.
We
I
read.
think the reason why I even put mango, I said one day I want to own one of those fucking things, because Kevin pulled out his it's the divergence one, and
I'll bring one out in a minute.
and it's just the coloration and everything is.
Okay, what do we have here?
This is a Gemma cincta. So this is Boega.
Yeah, as a cat snake.
So it's black.
That's wicked.
It's kick butt. They're
Oh,
so cool.
Wild caught, or did you?
Oh no, these are all cat. This is actually head albino right here. I also have albino Gemma cincta too, but
so wow.
it's not as dramatic as Crowley. But
That's incredible, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
almost
no.
like almost like
I'll
a
take one
black,
of those too. You know,
almost like a black purple scheme to it. It's like kind of cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's super cool. But I like to make friends with mangrove snakes because everybody's like, oh, they like to bite.
Right,
You
right.
really need to make. That's I was just
What
gonna
happened
say
there?
with that rat snake, even you're handling it without tongs, just like
Yeah, that thing's
like we
yeah,
do with this.
exactly.
And that's a wild caught animal. So how long did it take you to train those snakes to, you know, be handleable like you are? Because if I had that thing, it'd be flying around. I'd be bitten 7 times, screaming like a moron. And that's one of the reasons why I haven't bought one yet, because they're pretty fucking crazy snakes.
So I do all my socialization stuff, and I really like doing that because I've kind of tapped into like the minds of these guys, and I maybe understand them a little differently than the average person. And my techniques really work at making friends with these animals, and then I get to show off animals like this, and people are like, I didn't know they would be like that.
No, they're not like that.
I love it. I can sit here and pet her face.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
look
fucking
at that.
cute. Well, that's why you're a legend, right? Because I mean, you're
The
next level.
whisper.
Like,
you know, if
take-
somebody ever attempted that, they need like an EpiPen of anti-venom.
No, I never. I care. I don't care. I just I work around it. And the trick with these guys, when they're little, they go crazy. They want to like bite. And then once you start doing this tactile stuff, see this rubbing the face, they're like, oh, wait a minute, I think I like that. And I just build these little threads of trust with them. And then I end up with this awesome mangrove snake that I get to enjoy.
Kevin, you're probably the only fucking guy on the planet. Well, there's a few others that I don't know if it's shortness of I don't know. Let's take this animal that is so, and let's start giving it face rubs. Like,
yeah,
like the last thing that goes through my mind. I'm like, let me just try to handle this for 5 minutes.
It
so
honestly,
I can put it back.
It honestly looked like the animal was digging it.
Yeah, it's like a little puppy
Yeah,
dog.
right?
It's like a dog.
definitely was.
It's crazy.
You guys ever see those memes of like where they says like white girls always going after animals and stuff, create wild animals?
Yeah,
we have him going after venomous. Hey, come here! I'm gonna pat you on the head.
Billy, I'm gonna go get you a divergence.
Yeah, my favorite.
Oh Lord, another cool ass snake. Jeez.
And another one.
It's
And
like an
another one.
overload.
And
Okay,
another
so-
one. And
So
another
while
one.
he's gone for just a second, I did upload something because I sucked, and I'm dropping it right now, guys.
You finally did.
Heck yeah. Better late
It's
than
okay.
never.
Sorry,
It's all right,
guys.
you got it.
Oh my god! there
Oh
it is.
my!
Wow.
What the
Hallelujah.
F- Jesus?
Now you know why that's my favorite.
That's badass.
Oh, man.
Look at the purple on that.
It's purple, silvers, yellows, black.
Yellows.
Wow.
It's
Want you just
unbelievable.
look at it?
Look at the head. Look at the yellow on the head. Wow.
It's.
That's amazing.
I saw that
crazy.
with Kevin probably, I don't know, 8-9 years ago, and go, one day when I'm a big boy and put on big boy snake shoes, I'm gonna get into this species. I'm almost there. But it's
That's
fucking
fucking-
absolutely beautiful, man. It's
Yeah,
just
it's
incredible.
gorgeous.
And you know what?
Nothing like it on earth.
Right now is so all the Boega are nocturnal, so they come to life at night, and this is the time when they're usually more like psychos.
Active, yeah.
So I'm going in there, and they're all out right now, and I'm pulling them out of their cages, and she's just a doll. I mean,
Right.
Look at that.
he's same deal.
You touch its head.
I rub. What they'll do is they'll come out of the cage, and I'll get right on both sides of their cheeks, and I'll start rubbing them, and they're like, "Oh, I think I like this."
I'd be gone through a whole box of Band-Aids by now if I was you. Like,
Right?
It's like I'd be kind of anti-venom. Just eat.
A whole box of Band-Aids and a
feel
box of two Depends.
I feel like Kevin looks like he's real soft, and I would let him rub my cheeks too, bro. So like, I get it, dude.
wow. He got
Wow,
you there,
dude.
Kevin.
Wow.
Hard
Oh,
pause.
you got a pretty touch.
Whoa.
But yeah, just incredible, man. It's absolutely, it's one of my dream snakes, and I will have one just when the time is right. And I'm probably gonna captive bred and raise it up so it actually, I can work with it like you do.
Yeah, that's
Uh-oh.
But you do this with wild cots. And that's what's fucking crazy. You get them and you're still, and it takes a special person to do that. That's for sure. And a little
you know
off
that
the wall.
animal for sure. You definitely know that can read that animal 100%.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's
the other
one of the
podcast?
biggest things.
Oh.
That's one of the biggest things I've learned from just starting out is these things do have body language. These things do have personalities, each individual one. Like, it's not just a snake. Some of them are sweethearts and some of them aren't so much sweethearts.
Yeah, and you know what, Ken? The honesty is, I feel like Kevin's kind of showing a little bit of that right now.
Yep.
This is wild, dude.
It's crazy.
kinda like
And
me,
you
I-
guys talk about ball pythons. That's the Boega show.
I was waiting for that snake to roll on its back
He-
so he could start rubbing the stomach, dude.
Yeah, he's definitely got some stunners over there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he just
gorgeous.
walked down
Man.
like the dream aisle for me, and then he'll slowly start emerging from right back in the back as a small black dot. And the closer he gets, he brings an animal that's like, yeah, look at this. Never seen this, huh?
That's another Boega.
Yeah, this
And
is
another one.
That's the one that
Boega Lata Fasciata.
yes.
I can't even pronounce that.
Wow.
Yeah, Lata
I think it's right
Fasciata.
how the stripes come down on the face.
I
Oh,
don't know. I just love how their heads look. I don't know what it is. That head
Cats-
That was a little nippy right there. It
On the
was
side
like,
there.
you
no.
better watch yourself.
it's almost like an arrowhead.
Ah,
look to
there
it.
it goes.
Really
He's
cool.
not even paying attention to the snake. He's looking into the camera and doing it fucking just out of natural instinct. Fuck. This should be
Little
called
boop- little
the
boop
I
in
wish
the
I could
snoop
never do
right
this
there,
with
little
my
boop snoop right there.
Boegas.
I can't remember who it was
Wow.
that it was some older content that I was watching, but I saw somebody that was saying last week or something about kind of like what Kevin's doing right now with working with those animals. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I forgot what the hell I was saying, and I'm spinning in the mud. So
You're so intrigued by the
just
snake.
remember that someone did talk to me last week. That's all I want you guys to take away from this.
Somebody talked to me about something,
Yeah, and it was pretty cool. Whatever.
and it was cool. But
Wow.
Steve's just intrigued by the snake.
It is, dude. I look up at the snake and I'm like, good God, dog, man.
Yeah, when he asked me, yeah, so
And another one.
Yeah.
But I mean, as far as the reptile industry, I mean, everything's going through its little crisis right now and its lows. But you know what? My low end stuff isn't selling. My low end stuff is my worst seller. My best seller is my high end stuff, and not all of it sells because I don't have the right. And I've been trying to teach this for years to people. Just because it's worth a lot of money, just because it's powerful, doesn't mean it's the right snake for your fucking collection. It's not the right snake
Right.
for your project. You've got to know what you do and what you want and what you
Mhm.
need. And if you see it, buy it. And oh man,
Wow. Look at
this is
that.
one of the most popular ones.
What the heck,
All
man?
yeah.
So it's a lot different than the latifications because it has more bound,
more banding.
more banding. Yeah.
Thin. But if we get like a side of the head, super pretty.
Yeah, see,
It's
that's
like an
gorgeous.
orangish tone too. It's like a yellowish orange.
Well, once I finally get the one I want, right, the Divergence,
Yes.
then I'm gonna start. Oh, well, this one's cool. I got to get one of those. Oh, then I gotta get this one. So I'm gonna actually have like a mangrove collection as well.
Yeah, that's gorgeous.
For breeding, do you are they do they have to be brumated or?
Yep. So they'll go
Well,
through.
we know what Billy's new collection's gonna be.
Not yet. I mean, I'm still looking for my my 12,000 square foot building to buy, and then
Oh, then okay.
I don't. Yeah, you've seen my place. I don't have space, man.
They definitely go through a cooling, and just like the red tail rat snakes and various tropical rat snakes, you want to give them specific so they know that this is a cool period, and then that initiates Billy just follicular growth and all that stuff, and food's a big deal. Don't, like with ball pythons, we know, don't go into the breeding season with our females, these big fat mega snakes. We got to go in there a little bit lean, and as we're doing the breeding, we need to get those food meals to them, which are going to trigger follicular growth, and as the luteinizing hormones go up and stuff. So
I'm glad you said that because everybody thinks you need to jam these animals with as many meals as you can, as fast as you can, and that is not good for them. And plus, it could also lead to slugging out, as well as not even going reabsorption. But it's not healthy for that snake to and a lot of these animals that end up dying and they go in for an necropsy. they look at it. Oh, look at the fat. It's like, well, where the fuck do you think it all came from? Here's your food you're feeding it. Fucking people. Listen.
Yeah. So big emails that the hormones that they're putting out when they're too fed, it's not conducive to luteinizing hormones. So you might get an animal that never even really gets much for follicles, or it never actually ovulates because the hormone cycle is now improper, because fat animal it doesn't go through the whole nice luteinizing hormone cycle going up, and they try to manage all that.
They interact with each other. They basically conflict with each other.
Critical.
Yeah.
Critical. All right, I'm gonna show you a cool.
Kevin's
and another one.
The fittest fucking reptile breeder on the planet. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta go fucking 50 fucking feet just to leave the one room to go 100 feet to the next.
Next one.
Getting his steps in tonight.
He getting his steps in.
Yeah, he's getting his
Yes,
steps in.
he
It's
is.
crazy.
Hey, Billy, so are you going to be able to, are you in Austin coming out to Tinley?
I don't know about Austin. Like I said, I just, like I said, I had hernia surgery today. I get out in 2 days. I still need my, I can travel anywhere in the world, but the U.S., they stopped me in 2019 because the lady looked me up and down, saw all my tats. So I was all jewelried up with all my jewelry. I was vlogging at the time too, so I'm vlogging my entry into Chicago. And she's like, "What are you doing? Where are you going? Reptiles. What do you do for a living?" "I breed snakes." Why? Who buys them? I'm like, people. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Billy, it's okay, man. We can work this out. I'll go drive up there, throw you in the trunk, cover you up.
No, that I really screwed. But yeah, she found something I did, when I was a teenager, that I've been in and out of the country so many times, but because I was flagged officially, because I used to go to the University of Windsor, which is basically 20-minute drive to Detroit, through the tunnel over the bridge. And I would go there, and this is 2 years after this incident. And I would go in every fucking weekend for a year or so when I was in school. And I've been to Florida. I've been to many times. I've been to Vegas. I pretty much went to Vegas like 6 times a year. The last time I was in the States, I was actually at Justin Kabilka's old facility. And then trying to fly in, they flagged me for something I did 31 years ago. And, they're like, "Oh, well, if you weren't flagged, I'm like, well, how did I get in all the other times?" "Nobody flagged you. They just let you go because it's such a bullshit charge." And I'm like, and 31 years later, now it's a relevant one. Sorry, that's how it works. So now I got to get this stupid fucking waiver. So that's why when you see me, like I got back from the Netherlands and I went to France and I go to Belgium all the time and Italy. I spent fucking my whole summer. I spent 3 weeks in the French Riviera, and Americans, they don't want me, so I got to get this paperwork done. I'll be in there all the time, and
man, just catch a connecting flight. The
you
stupid
fucking
hop
Americans
over.
gonna be saying, "Man, like get this fucking Canadian out of here, man. We're sick of him already."
Hey, I heard going through the southern border is pretty easy. So hey,
you just got to come in through the south
Listen,
and not through the north.
Doing anything illegal, man.
Yeah, just coming through the south. You'll be fine.
Oh,
it's a Mexican black.
It's not illegal these days to come in through the south.
Oh, it's too big to be a Mexican black. No.
That is dark.
That's a rat snake. No.
What? No.
What is that,
That's
Kevin?
Crazy.
This is a melanistic red-tailed rat snake.
Oh, it is a rat snake.
God, I can't even get a regular red tail, man.
Wait. What? How does that happen?
So that beautiful orange one that he had with the red eyes? Same species. Just that's melanin. Jesus Christ. Do you have a T positive?
Dark.
Is there a T positive in the rat snakes?
Say what?
Like a T positive? Like a
No, so this is hypermelanism. So they're born kind of green, and then they turn black.
Wow.
Wow.
So they have albino.
That's sick.
They have melanistic, and then just the normal. There's any other?
Silver. There's a silver phase. There's an anerythric phase, which is like blue, and like a yellowy orange kind of thing. Yeah. So there's there's definite, different genetics at play. They're a tricky species, especially when they come out of the wild. They're really parasitized. A lot of times when we get them, the damage is done. They've been exposed to some horrific crap. You'll get them and they just fail to thrive.
Yeah.
So captive born of all this stuff is this. It's the thing that needs to be done because there's a ready market for it. Bill, all the world is waiting for us is to show off these animals, and you show how amazing they are, and you develop a whole new market.
Yeah. I just had 5 people today. So, I mean, because I'm not doing my social media as much, I mean, I'm doing it more now. I've actually been able to sit in my bed after my operation, and all I can do is look at messages and stuff. And looking at some, I had 4 people today. Hey, man, I'm a fucking big fan. I saw you on YouTube, and, you're the one that got me into this. You're the one that got me into Freeway. I saved a hatchling from it's I untangled its umbilical cord, little things like that. But there's so many people that watch my lives and they're like, I probably will never own a snake, but they fascinate me and I love seeing the content. Those are the type of people we need to reach over and over because, even here at my roommate, he's like, snakes, he's out of anything in the world that makes snakes fear me. It's like they're slimy and they're venomous. It's like, no, some are, yes, but it's just education, right? And I mean, I don't try to push animals. If somebody doesn't want to, hold a snake or touch a snake, I have people that come and won't even come in the facility. I have to go and bring out cocoa chips or, something like that because, they're not running loose in my facility. They have temperature controlled rooms, it's like, they're not like, you're not going to get bit by a snake or run into one accidentally walking through my facility. So, but people still have a fear and we can't, just because we don't understand that fear doesn't mean they're wrong and we shouldn't push it on them. But, through education and promotion and visually seeing and explaining stuff, like my YouTube channels for that, except for Monday night where I call all you guys and scream at everybody and fucking, go off like a donkey and hee-haw and call people idiots. And, I'm just getting the facts out. Like there's too many people trying to do this as a business and they're never going to,
they're doing it wrong.
They're failing. And if you don't like the hard truth, then it's called my channel, my content. Like I say, get the fuck off of it. I don't care. You know what? You don't like my advice. If you butt hurt from what I say, boo-hoo, go away. But I'm giving you right advice, so
exactly.
It's just a fact, and I mean, like, hey, I say what I say, I do what I do, and I believe and stand behind what I say, whether you like it or not. Don't give a shit. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to help people.
Oh, is that a silver face one now, like you were saying?
Yeah, that's a rat snake.
I like those eyes.
No, it's not.
That head's a little different. Like, what is that? That is a little different.
How small the eyes are.
Some sort of sand boa, man.
Close.
That's what I was saying.
Rosie?
Is that a bull snake?
And
Is that a
big.
bull snake?
It's kind of big, yeah.
Yeah, the head and the face on it is beyond unique.
Spill the beans, Kevin.
Little beady eyes.
Is that a piebald?
This is a piebald sunbeam snake.
It is. Holy fuck. I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Yeah,
Man.
you and
I
everyone.
want one now.
Out of all the ones you have, the rat snakes, the boega, the cat snake,
That's just amazing.
what is your favorite, or is it hard to choose?
No way he could do that, dude. Oh my
I'm-
god.
It's like you guys ask me fucking
Oh
questions
my
all the
god.
time.
You see what he's
You
bringing
gotta
out?
ask him, right? You can't just assume. I
Yeah.
I might have been able to get something. If you didn't chirp in there, I could have maybe said, well, I might have got maybe a little bit of a sway.
I don't even know what I could say my favorite one that he just pulled out, and he's barely cracked the vault.
Oh, dude, it's
I think that one's my favorite one so far. Just
That's
that's neat.
The
Hey,
bigger
James,
banded one.
All right.
The more banded one.
Oh,
And another one. You struck a nerve.
We done got him excited. He's like, hey, look at this one. And this
You
is
struck
what
a nerve,
it's all
Billy.
about, though. It's all about being excited and showing off your stuff, dude. He's not showing all this stuff to brag. It's because in a roundabout way, it's getting all of us off.
Hell yeah, dude.
I mean, I don't want to speak for the group, but I feel pretty
It's
good.
amazing.
Oh, you
It's
can speak for
amazing.
me. Don't worry, Steve.
It's amazing.
All right, you guys ready?
You know it.
That's how it will
Wait,
be.
hold on. All right, go.
Oh, it's big.
I got my jaw propped up.
It's big.
For another reason.
Ooh.
Listen.
Oh.
Listen.
It's long.
Nope. Listen to her.
Oh.
She did that when you first pulled her out.
All right, everybody listen. Just listen.
Is it a type of cobra?
Bullshit. You pushed some sort of weird button or something, dude. What the hell was that?
She talks.
That was.
Is that
what kind of rat snake is that?
This is a good one.
That's a rat, but it absolutely. But
Wow.
dude,
she croaks like a frog almost.
It's like sounds like a cow.
Say it again, please.
That's what I'm waiting to hear.
It'll never be this quiet.
There's a That's crazy.
Yeah, right.
I've never heard a snake.
That is so Kevin doing that or something with his throat.
No, it's not.
dude.
Look at the air passage. Look at it swell. That's why when I
Yeah,
saw it swell,
look at
I
it.
thought it was a type of cobra because it's. Look at it. Now watch.
Mm-hmm.
It like fills its air lungs up and almost to do that little.
Dude, what the fuck, man? How big is that? 9 feet?
No, I'll take out her boyfriend. Hold on, I'll show you bigger. So this is
wow.
This is the keeled.
That's so bizarre.
Dude, it's crazy. That's why when I saw it puff up for air, I thought it was like cobras do, right? That's why I'm like, what the fuck is that?
That's
pretty
It's
intense.
fucking
Like a mummy.
Dude, it's so
Mummy. It's like a
intense.
mummy or
Yes,
something.
zombie. You got a video clip to edit now, bro. Yeah, Billy. So
That's your
one of
sound.
the things that's one of the things that has me so tricked out on like the Asian rat snakes and stuff. Like those red tails have a really deep pocket too in their throat area, and it's just super, super unique. But
Kenny
I've
says
never
that.
heard
I
one
agree with you,
do
Kenny.
whatever that is before. Ever.
Jenny's
That
right in the
was,
comments. Your wifey, you're not
oh
having.
yeah.
Holy shit! This thing's. Like,
I can't
That's
have one.
I
They
don't
can have
know.
dude, that's like
I
13
don't know.
feet.
That's a new one to me. It's the
That's a
new
big one.
version of
That's a
the
big one for
cow
sure.
rat, dude.
Yeah, look how long that is.
What's that? 13 feet, Kevin?
Whoa!
Big, like 12 foot.
Yeah, I can see 12, 13 feet. Look at that fucking thing. You're a monster, dude.
He's more confident, so he doesn't howl.
Well, that's probably a good thing.
Wow.
Hi, baby. But there's so many. So one thing to remember: ball pythons are. Look at them.
That's rude.
But
That's rude as shit.
There's a lot of other snakes that have all these crazy behaviors and crazy personalities that we just don't get out of ball pythons because we're so focused on the paint job. So I think we need to always look at some of these other species and focus on the uniqueness of their nature as well as, obviously what they look like. And so I'm fascinated by so many cool things.
But you know what, Kevin? I mean, I totally agree with you, and I'm doing that. But like even with some of my like the tree monitors and the caiman lizard, I mean, that caiman lizard, I mean, my enclosure was like $8,000 for $1,000 lizard just because it needs it. And not many people like I wouldn't definitely not recommend a caiman lizard as a first pet. Bearded dragon, leopard gecko, yes. The animals that you have, though they're incredibly beautiful and stunning, to get it out there where most people will have those as a pet or an enclosure, or even be able to, train and work with an animal like that, it's sort of in their not their best interest also, right? So it sucks because, here I am working with snakes and 9-foot boas, 20 plus years, and I'm fucking still, I don't know if I want one of those things yet. I got to put my big boy shoes on, but it's sad. But also getting a proper enclosure and proper environment, and oh my god, white-lipped. Oh my god, it's a white-lipped. Oh no, it's not.
Is that a type of tree boa?
I'll tell you this much: what I found out is I am never playing Stump the Chump.
It is a Boland. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's exactly what I was thinking.
What's that thing right now? About 9 feet right now? 10 feet?
Yeah, like probably 10 feet.
And she probably weighs what? 20 pounds?
Yeah, she's pretty heavy.
Fucking, you're a monster, dude.
I just like how all the different species have different personalities, everything. I mean, even I grew up with my mom with different types of parrots, macaws, African grays, blue for Amazons, yellow for Amazons, you can name it, Quaker parakeets. And everything just it has its own different personality and its own like unique way of knowing that animal and how to take care of that animal or even hold it, or especially the macaws, like they could take off your finger, they could take off your ear. Same thing with African gray or an Amazon, it could do the same thing. It can take off it couldn't take off a finger, but it could definitely mess you up pretty bad. But just knowing these different species of animals, even snakes, all the different species and how they all have different personalities and different ways of care, it's just intriguing to me. I love it.
No,
that's what keeps me going. That's
100%. But one thing about the ball pythons is, because it is a very calm species, the paint jobs, like Kevin said, the market people can get in, they're out there, so they're being seen a lot because of those reasons. I would love to go to an expo. Like, I'll tell you one thing, if I went to an expo and they had animals like what Kevin has, and he's showing them, and you can actually go and look, I mean, I'd be there more than anywhere else. I'd be more there than even my own fucking booth vending. You know what I mean? Just it's fascinating. But unfortunately, they do go too big. Like a lot of those animals I can't even have. I can get away with a mangrove here, and I can probably show it off in clips. But if it's out there trying to strike, because it's on that fence here where, because it's rear venomous, and in Toronto, we can only have the 3-meter rule. So I'm very pushing it or on the lines. But, if they came to the facility, saw it, how it was enclosed, and plus with my experience with the ball pythons and snakes and reptiles in general, I could technically have one, but I wouldn't be showing it off like, look at it strike, and how crazy it could be if it wasn't as, socialized like yours. I wouldn't show that anyways, because one, it makes me look like a dumb keeper. Like, wow, this guy can't even handle his snakes. Oh, he's doing it for the views. I'm not about that bullshit. Like,
Right.
That's the funny thing with people like, oh, the only reason why he does all this, is because, the money he makes off of YouTube. I'm like, really? Most of my shit's I don't even get monetized because I swear and I tell people to go fuck themselves. Like, you know what I mean? So you show me where I'm the only person.
Oh, here he comes again. What is he?
Also, Billy, you post a lot of learning content. You post a lot of stuff to teach these people coming up to. Like, yeah, you have your Monday show, but you go on your channel and just keep going, scrolling through, and I can learn so much.
Yeah.
I have Billy's
that's a ball python.
Yeah, I have Billy's popping video saved in my YouTube. So any of the new breeders that reach out, I immediately send that video, and I'm like, "This is, dude. This is the only thing."
You know how many times I watched that video?
I think I'm almost at 1 million views. Okay, so.
Oh.
I'm gonna say Calico, and you're gonna say no. I'm going to say Super Pastel Enchi, and I'm right on those 3. I'm going to go Fader, Super Pastel, Fader.
Odium.
Yeah, Odium. Yeah.
Yeah, Lucifer. So see how, like, the sides are obliterated?
That's why I said Calico, and I know you're going to say no. Because Calico don't do it that way.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
got a
that's
similar
wicked.
effect.
the snake is so, just I have so many bizarre looking ball pythons, and they're just my pets.
Dude, everything in that fucking place, is your pet. People are just lucky to buy one of your pets. You know what I mean? But it's crazy looking.
Yeah, I think it's neat.
Definitely cool though. I just look at it. I love just like the side, like it's with odium, you get all this water marking, and odium just does these things. I can't even explain it. It's just so cool. It's just like that wild card,
All right.
That's a gorgeous snake, actually.
For sure.
They're all gorgeous at the end of the day, but that was definitely pretty.
Definitely.
I liked it because it was unique. Like that back dorsal, you don't see it broken up and rocked out like that. That was neat.
Yeah, that was slick.
I wonder if he has any white lips hiding over there. He probably does have some white lip.
You are, dude.
He has everything. Like, we can't kid ourselves. He's got stuff that that we want to see that he probably can't even show us. But it's like
right,
incredible. Yeah, that's one thing.
Billy, that's probably only an entire room too.
Yeah. Champagne, Enchi. No champagne?
Oh. No.
Pinstripe, fader, Enchi, odium.
Nope.
I can't see the pinstripe influence, but there's
yeah,
definitely.
Oh, there is. Okay, yeah. But I was thinking like it's not champagne.
How big it is.
So lemon blast Enchi. So pastel pinstripe Enchi.
Okay.
Fader.
Ready?
Super Enchi.
Super Enchi.
Say super Enchi is what I was thinking. Yep.
Pinstripe Malum.
Oh.
What the heck is
Dude, I got all sorts of genes people don't even know.
Unreal, my guy.
Blood.
Look at the size of that thing.
It looks like a blood python.
Bangers, Kevin, bangers.
Looks like a blood
Straight bangers, bro.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you thought that one looked like it.
You struck another nerve.
No, buddy. No,
Well, like half the stuff that he showed off I haven't heard it, but like
I'm gonna say,
he's going into his ball python
that
collection
looks
now,
like
and I'm just like, what?
A white tiger. Oh, just give me a second. He's gonna run back. That looks like a fucking, mini hippopotamus. Oh no,
what was it,
this is a better one here.
Stan, was it you that said, does he have any white lips?
Yeah,
dude, I bet you he could pull out one we've never seen.
Yeah.
So Malum is a dominant gene then.
Yeah, it almost.
Wild.
I have Malum and pied without, and it looks like an Enchi-ish type animal. Yeah, that does look like a blood.
Blow him up.
Holy shit, that does look like a blood.
Wow.
Fucking hey, mate. Shit.
That's odium for sure. Yeah. Definitely odium.
So this is Hidden Gene Woma.
Gotcha.
Nice.
We ain't talking about it, Kevin. Don't even mention it.
Okay, so Hidden Gene Woma, Calico, Lucifer, Odium, Enchi, who's very
That guy's
upset.
just swinging. He's
There's
upset.
pastel in there too.
A little angry, yeah.
Well, she's freaking out because our phones are putting out all this infrared.
Yep.
Yeah,
Always the phone and the camera they hate.
The camera one, that was awesome. They kept going after the infrared on the camera. One of your videos or lives I saw, I thought that was interesting.
You talking about where it was coming after his camera mounted on the ceiling, dude?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that.
You got white lips over there, Kevin?
Yeah, you want white lips?
Okay.
Break
You're
it out.
You're
Break
talking
it out.
to the guy that has probably the most extensive reptile collection in the world. Like
That's what I'm
tortoises,
talking about.
turtles, fucking
Whole damn zoo.
And
it's incredible.
that's the reptiles.
Oh yeah.
He's got
I'm
some killer
sure that
monitors.
there's much more.
You just see the lizards, man, the monitors, the fucking like that.
So what you're telling me is
Hey,
Kevin over there has a damn zoo. Is
Yeah.
that what we're saying?
Oh,
New England.
So
Reptile zoo.
anybody buying tickets for the zoo? Yeah, Kevin's zoo. I'll go.
Yeah, like that's one thing on my list of shit.
I might come home broken without a kidney.
Oh, it's okay. He has an operating
meet that
table
bad boy,
there
huh?
that they take him right there.
yeah.
You ready to take a ride?
He's
Just
Kevin?
Let me take it right there.
Did you hear that one, Kevin?
No.
So I told him like how many different species and everything you
Oh,
have, and
yeah.
it's just like it's like a zoo. And Jesus said, "Oh, I'm gonna go there and probably come back without a kidney." I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, they have an operating room there. They'll take it right there for you." You know, you can donate all types of organs right there at Kevin's facility. Yeah, they got a surgery room on the bottom floor. It's fucking all taken care of.
Couple toes.
Look at that, eh? Look at the iridescence.
That's crazy.
That's
Dang.
gorgeous. Is
Yeah,
that a
Kevin's
That's a
kinda like-
northern, correct?
This is so this is actually a southern. So
What's
this
the difference, if I may ask?
Oh, really?
yeah, so this is like the black. So these guys get bigger than this even. But yeah, I love them. They're quite wonderful. Show your head. I have a little bit of northerns too, but these guys are just their personality. There's a lot less, just more confident. You know.
Nice.
I'm going to ask because I can't stay long. I got to get to bed. I think we got probably shut off at 11 o'clock here, anyways. But you work a lot with Brazilians.
I have Brazilians. I have like striped Brazilians and normal Brazilians. I do that for kind of more like fun. I have
because I've seen some T positive ones and stuff, and
no.
the paradigms, and they're really cool. And I'm just wondering, that's another thing I've always wanted back in the day. And I'm just wondering how you feel about them, like working with them.
I like the T positive Brazilians, but the thing is, a really good looking Brazilian, Sankria, the orange with the white sides, that's really hard to beat. And it's just like with blood pythons. I have all sorts of cool blood pythons, but a really truly pretty red blood or a T negative red is amazing. So it doesn't necessarily leave a lot of room for some of the morphology. So I wouldn't look at Brazilians as like a target species that I would like just go and throw a bunch of loot at. There's a lot of other untouched area.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to get my ass down there one day when I get my thing and come and check your place out and pick your brain, like or a little part of it, because I don't think I can,
little pieces
take
at
a little bit in.
Right.
We can do
One couple pieces at a time.
the big breeders are evil speech. All we care about is money. Billy, you like boas, right?
I do. I
Thank
have
you
quite
for
a
taking
few.
that out, Kevin.
Thank
you.
I actually just bought a Super Fire Het VPI male for a project that I have up here.
All right, hold
But
on.
what do you think of the Druid blood?
I don't know. What's a Druid blood?
It's a T positive.
I don't know it. Hold on. Druid blood, huh? All right.
Way to
All right,
go,
hold on.
Billy!
Jaggernaut has one for sale.
I was gonna
He's
say,
expecting all
Sam,
kinds of nerves tonight.
Sam Flying Frogs over there with Pat has a white lip python.
Yeah, white lips, Angolans are beautiful.
Yeah,
Right?
but what he was for it, I could have bought a pair. I could have bought a pair at a quarter of the price that he wants for one.
Yeah.
I didn't know what he was
What up,
asking
Benji?
for. I just know he has one over there, but
All right. I obviously keep boas.
Obviously.
I guess. Let's see. IMG Montleanery?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it might have arabesque in it too.
Oh, arabesque. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so I have a breeder female like that also. It's beautiful. I don't know what I'm doing with it yet, but I love the VPI IMG stuff.
Yeah, I have some IMG fire stuff. Let me bring out a ridiculous, I don't even know if it's even going to look good here, but I'm going to bring out a male. I'm going to pull him off a female right now, but he's quite pretty.
All I can hear now in snake language is "fuck off, Kevin." What the fuck? Fuck you.
Yeah, we got 666 said, "Is this the Kevin show, dude? I'm not following this up."
Right?
Yeah, that's
how are we supposed to follow anything from this?
I actually ended up getting into the show and tell with the mangrove. Sorry,
Keep
everybody.
it rolling. Keep it rolling.
Oh, it's beautiful.
We covered everything, and this really goes to show everybody, especially with the fact, Billy, there's a lot of people that look up to you, and with some of the respect you're throwing Kevin's way and how excited you are, I'm sure there's a lot of viewers that like seeing that, man.
Well, yeah, I mean, I love what I do, man. I mean, this isn't just about the money for me. Look at that. Oh,
yeah.
Wow. That's
Hold on. Let me get a close up. Look at this.
Is that an IMG DPI Fire Blood?
No VPI. So this is IMG. This is Call Albino Jungle, and this is like really well line bred lipstick.
Yeah, so I actually have that lipstick lips. I bought that's one of my very first ones. I bought a red dragon, that is with Pete Cow lipstick, and it's fucking unreal.
Yeah, these are this
line bred. Look at that thing. This
snake is so friggin' red. If you saw this thing in life, you'd be like, this thing is just like ridiculous. So memorize what this looks like, right? And I'm going to show you it without albino and without IMG.
That's crazy.
Jesus. That's unreal. Like, see, the thing is with the boas, I've been trying to do a bunch of stuff with boas. I got a nice little collection of them, but now I want to start sort of stepping it up a little. But damn, I wish I had one of those growing up in my racks. The first one I do, the all black one. But I don't have the arabesque in it. He doesn't know if it is too because it's so jet black, but they're stunning.
Yeah.
And I got a super fire breeder female, which is pure white, so ebony and ivory. But you know,
don't do the worm.
Kevin's got me sitting here doing this.
Yeah. Here he comes from the black hole.
Hey, everybody out there. So everybody knows. Miss Jenny's birthday's coming up.
He didn't just bring
soon,
one.
So
He bought like 4 boxes.
Well,
happy birthday,
Happy
Jenny.
birthday.
Thank you, Stan. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Let me see if I got
Here.
anything. So the bow I wanted to show you is shedding, and she's so dark, but it's like the lipstick, and it's a lipstick hypo jungle, but I can't show it to you for the shedding. So I was just going to show you.
I do speaker. I don't know.
Growing weary of this stuff. I'll show you a couple ball pythons. I don't know if you guys can even see.
Oh,
so these are bald combos.
Okay.
But see how it keeps the pigment on the head, and then the body just is absolutely ridiculously orange and yellow. But
they like super Enchi Odin Fire.
Yeah, you can send them this way. You can send them this way, Kevin. I know you don't want them.
Yeah, they're actually the one that I'm looking for is they've moved it on me. So this is like super. So it's really weird. So it will keep the pigment on the top of the head, but the rest of the animal will completely not carry the melanin.
I love it. It's beautiful.
And really, just having snakes where they just keep the melanin on the head, that can make a really cool looking animal. These are so pretty, but there's one.
But
There's
wait.
one.
That I didn't see
But
it.
wait, there's more.
Oh, you know it.
And look at the belly. It's repressed pied. See the
Those
white
are the ones
belly?
that he doesn't want. You can send them here.
So Billy House represses pied.
Yep.
Yeah, expression. Those they have like pied bellies.
We're about to have an auction on this. So people are already saying, I want one of those.
If Kevin got $1 for everybody that said that, he wouldn't even. He'd have a twice as big a facility.
Here's a little bit of like, it's from Freeway, but with some bald and pastel and enchy. But this snake and so fader is such a big deal. I can make so many cool effects with fader and super fader, but yeah, this is not the animal I meant to grab. But it's not.
What does something like that cost you, Kev? Like to sell? What would be the price, my guy?
I just make up prices. I look at it and I'm like, yeah.
Listen, what is it? What?
At this point, that's probably $1,200.
Wow.
And
that's feasible. That's feasible.
I'd like to see if I can find one, and then I'll stop doing this to you guys.
I do like that Freeway one that he had. That was DJ. What to do, man? DJ, you missed a whole lot. You're gonna have to catch the replay, amigo.
Yeah, you better go back and watch this.
This is the one video you do not want to miss. Hands down, probably. Now, I got a quick question for you guys. For all y'all who have gotten boxes from Redline for shipping out reptiles, does it come with the foam inserts already, or do you got to buy them foam inserts?
Yeah, you buy it as like a package setup. So
okay. So it comes with the box?
And you get like bulk discounts. So like if you do 10 or you switch to 20 or 30 or 50, I don't know exactly what the increment is right now. And then you can get the various box sizes as well.
Okay. Because I got to put an order in. Hopefully,
Yes,
once it starts to get warmer, I got to send some snakes out.
Absolutely.
All right, so this is the last one. So this is when I take them and super bald, but you get it. I don't know if you guys. It does this water marking.
Look at that.
Is there yellow belly in that at all?
Dorsal on it. It's
Actually,
Will help on the orange?
No, I don't think this has yellow belly.
That's crazy, dude. I love the flaming.
So what's all in it?
So this would be pastel, enchy, Lucifer, super bald, odium. But if you see, I don't know if you can see, but you get like pigment on the back right there, and then it looks like somebody just put water on it and it's dissolving away.
Yeah,
This
like water.
That's crazy. I like how it's like dark and then like melts. It like melts, it's like dark and melts away.
And like, have you guys seen like a green ball python?
No.
I'll show you.
A green ball python.
Please don't tell me you have like green ghost.
I know. If I have a green ball python, I'm looking and seeing what's wrong with my collection.
Right?
You know he's gonna pull something crazy.
I bet you it's gonna come out green.
I swear, if this comes out green, it's gonna be ridiculous.
I'm just waiting for him to come through those doors.
I'll tell you down the road there will be bright green snakes, dark green snakes, and red green ball pythons coming.
Facts. It's getting so advanced. I mean that it's gonna be pinpointed on way more color. I mean, look what they're doing now. I mean, you look at the stuff over there, UK and all that stuff. That shit's crazy. You're like, what
just
the
like,
hell is going on?
But
like leopard brought the pattern out of an ivory. There's going to be something to bring the pattern out of everything, something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is the best show ever right here, man.
So this is a little bit bigger. This is odium, but so I call these odium green. But if you see this when it's smaller, they literally are green. And something like this is Hidden Gene Woma, Mojave, Enchi, Odium, Lucifer.
Nice.
I'm
But-
a little disappointed in the green, bro. I thought it'd be coming
Yeah.
out like
Oh, no.
green, and I was gonna sit there and open up my checkbook and start fucking.
No.
DMing you and fucking
I was going to be
harassing
so
you.
envious.
Not that.
I was going to be like crying.
But if you thought, they moved a couple of them. I mean, I could go down a rabbit hole with Odium stuff, and I'll keep showing you stuff that just doesn't make a lot of sense. But
You notice he put Hidden Gene Woma with a bunch of the other genes. And
Hey,
it's doing that crazy stuff.
You got to say those words really cautiously over there at Nerd. Did you see what happened when Kevin uttered those words? I'm just saying that snake responded.
all right, guys, I'm gonna run away, and I hope you guys had fun.
Awesome, man.
Of course
No,
we did.
don't go.
Wow.
Keep
Thank you.
going.
Thank you so much, Kevin. I will absolutely be
Yeah,
dreaming
thank you.
about reptiles.
Thanks for coming out,
tonight.
Kevin.
I
Appreciate
definitely
you, man.
followed you on Instagram just now, so
Evil Morph God. Yep.
Keep doing what
All
you're
right,
doing, brother. Keep doing what you're doing.
my
All
God,
right,
man.
dude. Much
Thanks,
love,
Kevin.
Kev.
Bye bye.
That was
Some of the
awesome.
stuff is just bonkers, my God. I can't wrap my head around it.
Yeah, there's like some of those species. Like when I first saw the mangrove, especially the divergence with the blue and the silver and the yellow, and I'm like, I've never seen anything like that. It's fucking incredible, and that's been on my list. You know? And I've been sort of attacking stuff like that, like Fiji iguanas, tree monitors. That's reality now. So now it's just learning and getting a proper enclosure and being ready to handle it and work with them. And I'm getting a lot of enjoyment out of that lately. So it's been pretty cool ride. I've been experimenting with geckos, and now I know which ones I like more. And I've been successful breeding all lychee, chahua, gargoyle, and cresteds. And now I'm
Nice.
shooting for the chameleon geckos to try to breed them. So a bunch of different cool things, and I'm really enjoying it. And but I'm not going to take it to a ball python level unless my passion takes me there. But I love just learning and fucking it takes so long. I think they take 190 days to hatch. But these, if this female does drop of the Fiji iguanas, if they do drop valid eggs or not slugs, they 190 days, I think. Holy fuck, that incubator! I'm gonna
Wow.
do it every day.
I'll be
Billy,
pacing the
180
day.
days left to go. Fuck.
You're gonna need another incubator just for that one, because if you start having clutches of
Oh,
ball
I've got
python-
like 7 or 8 of them. I
Oh,
got
you're good.
Don't worry, man.
You're good.
So
But,
Billy, have you checked out the leaf tail geckos at all? Like the satanic
I
leaf tail
have. It's just
geckos?
I'm not there yet. Like I've seen those and knob tails, and I'm not sure exactly where I want to go with them.
The knob tails are
an
actually pretty
extent.
cool too.
But one thing I used to have a long time ago, and I like the cave geckos, the Japanese cave geckos. I had them like back in 1996. I had those, and got rid of all my species to, just work with ball pythons. So now I'm starting to get back into some of the other species, and I'm really enjoying it. So
So you got green tree monitors. You just got into that. How are you liking those? Like, because that's my next kind of go to. Is I want to go to is.
So I actually have blues. I have a blue coming tomorrow.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, then I've got a deposit on black because I'm getting them all from different. I'm not going to get them from the same litter. So
Right.
I'm getting a blue tomorrow. I've got a pair of greens coming, hopefully within the next month. And then I've got blacks probably May, at least one. And then I'm going to get a yellow or whatever comes first, but I'm just going to get a pair of each. I've already got 3/4 of the enclosures made and built. So, I've got 4x4 by 2 foot enclosures built that they won't even be used for another year, but I got them.
Right.
Go,
Well,
wow,
see,
what's in there? What's
Bought
in
and
there?
paid for.
Nothing.
well, I'm in
Gotta
Florida,
stay
so
on
it gets
top.
kind of hot here. So I kind of want to like, and I know it's kind of tropical and kind of good weather for them. So I kind of want to build my outside enclosure, so I can kind of take them outside,
100%.
and let them get that, and then
I
bring
would
them inside
definitely
as
do
well.
that if I could.
You know, I like you just said, like don't get from the same litter. So if I bought a 1.1, I should obviously get the 1.1 from both different litters from 2 different people, correct?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm still new, so don't take any green tree monitor advice from me.
Okay.
But with most lizards, you don't really want to breed siblings. I don't know if it works with tree monitors, but I know, it's looked down upon from what I understand, and from like the geckos, you don't want to have the same lineage, especially. So most of my stuff I've got are from different breeders. I've got mixed lines from Europe as well as US and Canada. So if I don't have to breed sibling to sibling, I won't.
Okay.
So that's the way I went about it. I could be wrong. No, you're fine. Well, I'm doing it this way anyways. Just I'm not in a
Either
rush.
way, you took all precautions, and you're still gonna win at the end with doing it that way. You're not gonna have to worry about any fucked up bullshit at the end. So
because one thing I want to do is which I've done with the so the Fijis already. I've got them tongue fed. Looks like she's gravid. They can come out to my hand and I can pick them up. So I've interacted with those so fast where I'm like, whoa, shit, like can't believe it. My green killbelly lizards, I can tongue feed them now, but I still can't have them come to my hand, or I can't pick them up. But that's a very skittish species anyways.
Right.
So, and I don't really have as much time as I'd like to, but there's still a small lizard. I don't really want to handle it. There's no reason why. I give them such a beautiful big enclosure. They've got everything bioactive, misting, fogger. I mean, they're spoiled.
They're spoiled, right? They're good. They're living life.
I just leave them to be. The tree monitors, I really do want to work with and socialize with. It takes time, right? So I'm in no rush to get like all 8 1.1s in stock and put them in and start. I'm going to learn things, and even when I learn with the first one, it might be different, a whole different set of things I got to do differently with the next one. They're not all like ball pythons. Oh, all you do is this. Fuck you, Facebook group. No, you know.
Anything we get into, it's you can't master it in a year. Any species you get into, it's gonna. Even if I bought a pair, 5 years from now, I get 2 other pair. It's gonna be a whole different learning experience, probably with that pair, the other 2 pair than I did with the first pair. You're gonna take other things differently and try new things and keep going and keep building. That's the way I would at least look at it, and that's how I'd keep doing. I want to do something different every year and try new things and new varieties and just keep everything mixed and different.
But you can take that mindset to almost anything you get into, though.
Right.
You learn new tricks, you learn new ways of doing things. So I mean, I'm pretty sure when you first started your pressure washing business, you weren't like top dog in your area,
No, not at all. My dad was.
Yeah, so you learn.
That does help, though, Justin.
That helped, but like you learn on your own little tricks to doing the jobs quicker, to doing things efficient. So.
Oh, speaking of that, like I told him to run his trailer a certain way for so many years with the hose wheels on the right side of the on the right side of the trailer. So when you pull up to the house, the hose wheels are facing the house. You just pull out. We always had them on the back of the trailer for years. And finally, when I built my own trailer, started my company, literally this year, as of this year, he got 4 new trailers and put all the hose wheels on the right side. He's like, I should have listened to you years ago, boy. And I was like, see, we all got to learn some damn how.
Jesus, when you asked that question, right, I thought Justin was going to say, what the hell are you talking about? Yeah, I was top dog. I still am, always going to be. You don't know nothing, bro.
So,
to me, what I learned, though, is content is your worst enemy. I don't ever want to get content. I hate feeling content. That is my worst enemy in life. I hate it. I feel like everything's going wrong if I get content. I feel like that's how I feel,
For me, like, with the whole firearm thing, like, I'm good where I'm at, but I have goals that I want to hit. So when I get my shot, I'll be happy, and then get my laser, start doing some engraving, start doing some Cerakoting and gold plating and chrome plating, and just keep it going. So
add on.
And then I'm gonna be doing the snake thing on the right in that same building. Snakes and pews, man. Snakes and pews.
What's up? Hey
Always set
guys,
my goals high too.
we've been on now for a couple hours. I know it. Super thankful for Billy, especially after the surgery and everything. I know you were trying to get off like 30-45 minutes ago, but I appreciate you sticking around. Does anybody else have any quick questions or anything for Billy other than, dude, thank you for coming and
thanks for having me.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for coming, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Recover.
So tomorrow I get half my staples
doing
out.
what you're doing, Billy. Get better.
Oh, they're gonna put some of that tape, that surgical tape, to keep it closed.
Yeah, so I don't know how many staples I got because it's under the bandage, but they take out half tomorrow, and then half the next day, and then they leave the dissolvable sutures in.
What did you get done again?
Hernia. And
okay.
Hurts when you cough.
Yeah, so I'm trying
put that pillow in by your stomach.
So it's a little painful, but great clinic. It's world renowned. It's amazing. Food's great. They're
Wait, did he just say food's great at a hospital?
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
He said he got ribs.
Guys, he's in a different country.
Yeah, and it's like
real
320
not a U.S. hospital.
Oh, they did.
I've heard good things about the healthcare.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah, healthcare is all right up there, but some of them laws are just like, nope, I'm good. I'll stay here.
Yeah. But,
all right, fellas. So we'll go ahead and wrap up. R.W.O. If you guys want to go ahead and sign off or whatever, and we'll meet backstage for 10 minutes or whatever and chop it up. I appreciate you guys being here. Stan, thanks for sharing it out on your page so that your people could enjoy this info as well. I had a fantastic evening. I hope all of you guys did too.
Hell yeah.
But I'm not even gonna lie. It was so good for me. I guess it didn't have to be good for all of you. It got me where I needed to go, and I just appreciate you all being a part of it because you guys made this all special.
Hell yeah.
R.W.O.
So I will catch you guys backstage here in just a couple minutes. All right.
I'm out.
Right on.
All right.
Later, Billy.
Peace,
You have a good night,
Billy.
Billy. Be safe. Get better.
That's dope.
Support U.S. ARC all day, baby. U.S. ARC. Don't
all
forget,
day.
if you ain't a member, become one today. If you're not, I don't know what the hell you're doing. So come out.
What are you
doing
today, man?
Guys,
we need everybody.
We're gonna go ahead.
Hey, and I wanted to say something real quick. Nothing for nothing. Nothing for nothing. But we have like 3 to 4 million people in the door at shows a year throughout the East and West Coast. I don't know why our U.S. ARC numbers ain't up here instead of down here.
Right.
I'm just
Gotta
saying.
support.
So please support, man. We need everybody. If we can get 3 million in the door, we can have 1.5 million members. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, more than that.
Definitely.
More than that.
Please support. We need everybody.
Right.
Yep, absolutely. You guys already know what it is.
Everybody, I appreciate everybody that came out tonight, man. And
there it is, red line. So, guys, I'm gonna roll the intro as the outro, and we're gonna go ahead and call this one a wrap, fellas.
Oh yeah.
Everybody have a good night.
All right, guys. Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Later.
wanted to give a shout out. I did want to go ahead and give a shout out. We didn't have all of the RWO here. With Kent not being here, he had some issues at his house with some electrical stuff, but I definitely want to make sure that we mention his name. There it is, guys.
The homie Kent,
so with that,
Craft Root.
with that, everybody, peace. I'm out.
Hey, we're still here. We didn't go nowhere yet.
Yeah, he went bye-bye, but we're here.
We'll be out in a couple
We're about to do
seconds.
that.